and welcome to another battle report. So I'm facing off the same Undying player as before to get some kind of revenge. And this is the list of Kingdom of Aquitaine I bring. So he dropped everything first and I could deploy according to Lee. And I decided to build myself in Dwarf Hold, cornering in the middle. So to start with my list, I got 6 Knights of the Realm with a Musician in it. Then I got 3 Peg Knights as well with a Musician in it. Then I got 60 Peasant Levy with Halberds, full command, and Castellan in it. Then I got 2 of the Trebuchet. And I got a unit of Knights Forlorn. I know they are not so good in my opinion, but I just love the modeling I did for those model, and I think the unit looks awesome on the board, so I bring them anyway. I got my BSB in there, nothing special with him. He got a Luckstone and a 1-up armor save, and then I got a Lord. Not too much special with the Duke either. 1-up reroll, armor save, the ward save, and a great weapon. That's it. Behind my Knights Forlorn I got a bunker of Peasant Bowmen. In there I got the Reliquary to give the big peasant unit and the Treb some ward save, as well as my Damsel, Path of Nature, with some extra spells to it, and finally a 1 unit of Knights of the Realm with Musician. So it seems like I got it wrong. I did not have the Path of Shamanism. So for spell instead I got Scrying, Undying Strike, Prophetation of Doom, and Stars Align as spells. And for the Undying Dynasty player, he got 3 Stalkers, then he got 3 Chariots, or 4 Chariots. Behind them he got a unit of Fast Cab with Spears, then he got a Sphinx, a Catapult on the hill. Also on the hill he got another unit of Fast Cab and another Catapult. Then he got a bunker unit of Archer. In there he got the Tomb Architect, the big caster with 4 spells, same lore as I did, and as well as the require the Undying Dynasty level 1 caster. Well, as for his other flank, he got a small unit of Archer, some more Fast Cab, another Sphinx, and a big unit of Shaptis. Well, since he dropped everything first, he got the first turn, and for scenario we playing Breakthrough. So you can see he pushes up this Shaptis and his Sphinx a bit, and on the other flank he stayed back with most of his things because he don't want to get charged by my 6 Knights of the Realm unit, and he kind of blocked up himself because his Sphinx can't get anywhere and are stuck behind his big Archer bunker. And for magic he snipes out my general, so he cannot play the same path as I did. He played the, what's it called, the death version. But anyway, his caster takes Abelin to my general, and you can now see here I'm pretty pleased with how this unit turned out. So that's why, even though it's not a very good unit, I try to play them as much as possible, and will probably just convert 20 more of these guys later. And with some catapult shots, I think as well, his big caster got the Skull Splitter Bow. He takes down like 8 of these guys, so they die pretty fast, to be honest, unfortunately. Well, so my turn. I stay back. My hope is I will do some work on his Sphinxes with the Trebs, and yeah, I back off with the Knights Forlorn, and I keep the peasant levy within 6 inches of the grey reliquary inside the archer bunker. And yeah, that's my movement. Well, most everything were out of range from him. And we go over to shooting, and yeah, double misfire on the trebs. They cannot shoot this and next turn, unfortunately. But I did manage to do something in the shooting. The bowmen were actually pretty accurate and managed to, I think, actually take a wound to one stalker and killing one other outright. So that was pretty much pleasing. Well, so Undying Dynasty turn 2, he pushes up his Shaptis as well as his Sphinxes. The other one walks around his archer bunker. Well, for my turn 2, what I try to do, I try to move the small Realm Knight unit far to the border edge because I want to move around his line because we're playing Break 2. And if I could get those 2 small Knights unit across the board, I will have 2 scoring units in his deployment zone and will score the objective. Other news, yeah, I moved the Peg Knights across his flank because I want to threatening his bunker and so on. Well, without short range of his Sphinx causes terror, and I don't want them to fail a terror check. And yeah, with the rest of my line, I keep my damsel within 24 inches of his stalkers because I want to throw fireballs and stuff at them to get rid of that unit. So that's the plan. I actually back away with my peasant levy. I actually thought about charging, but then I realized I will be without 6 inches of my reliquary, so I wouldn't have the ward shape. So I decided not to charge and backwards 2 inches instead. And now I'm really in a corner and I need to do something next turn. Well, in magic phase, I just managed to get off some spells onto this unit, Stars Align, as well as the signature on this unit, so which hopefully will make him doubt about charge them with his Shaptis this turn. He did manage in his turn to heal a wound on one of these guys, but some more fireball, I think, or maybe archer shot managed to reduce the number of wounds towards his stalkers again. So his turn 3, you can see he redeploys his wings and pushes his Shaptis a bit forward. Other news on this flank, nothing really. He moves his fast cap to shoot at my Peg Knights, but they will probably not do anything because it only strength 3 arrows, so no worry there. On the other side, he didn't move too much, he pretty much stay away. But this is devastating because in Magic Phase the only thing he gets off is reduce my General's leadership by 1, so he's down to leadership 8. And then he lobs a Skull Catapult at the Peasant unit, which forces them to take a panic check. And they fail that, reroll 8. So they run off the board, unfortunately, which sucks because I lost my caster, I lost the reliquary, and I lost the bunker unit, and that's harsh and a lot of points. So for my next turn, the Peg Knights move closer to be able to threaten his bunker, and I move around with my small realm lands to be able to get into his deployment zone. And you can now see I have problems because of the Knights Forlorn have taken a lot of losses, so I just push them up a bit. That's it. The peasants turn to face the Shaptis without any support or anything, and I move my BSB and my general out of the Knights Forlorn unit and hide them on the hill. So that is the movement. I hope this turn the Trebs can go to work and do some damage. So yeah, no magic cause my caster is brave as shit, and the trebs didn't go to work today and couldn't hit anything. And so for his turn, his Shaptis charged my peasants. They will make short work of that. His Sphinx charged one of the trebs, and his chariot charged the remaining knights forlorn, which will make short work of that. And unfortunately, which I didn't see at the moment, he will overrun into the flank of my peasant levy, which is harsh. And yeah, you see here now, he didn't do too much in shooting and magic. He did cut off some buffs on the Shaptis, but that's it. The chariot overrun into the flank of my peasant levy, and you can see his Sphinx have crushed at one of the trebs and overrun into the next one. I lose about 20 peasants, but they hold. They didn't do much in return, but they hold at least, so that's something. Well, my turn 3, can't imagine it only been 3 turns, but keep watching, things might happen. I pushes up the Peg Knights to threaten his bunker more, and you can see he have moved away with his hero level characters from his bunker, and he will probably move even further away in his next turn. So that is my move on this flank, which actually looks pretty good, because all of his nasty stuff are about to crush the middle of my line, so this looks okay at least. Well, he moves his stalkers a little bit too close, so my knights were able to charge them. And my general and BSB is hiding behind that hill. And that's basically what I could possibly do, and I don't have any shooting, so let's move over to combat straight away. And well, the levy couldn't hold. He turned his Shaptis around and his chariot pursue into my treb, and they will kill the treb as well. Well, good news is my knights were able to kill off the stalker, and they overrun to get far away from his unit as possible, so they ended up over there. Well, his turn 4, his chariot charges my knights. You can actually see from the fast cav some lines there. That's where we're measuring how much I needed to roll to get out of the arc of the fast cav, because I don't want to get charged off the board, but it wasn't no matter because I rolled double 6 and ended up, as you can see, my knights over there. And well, you can see on this flank he moves his Sphinx to block off my small unit of knights. He's turned his Shaptis around. They are in my deployment now, so they are scoring. And yeah, that's it for his movement. You can see he have moved his caster further away from my Peg Knights as well, and his things are moving towards my 2 character hiding behind that hill. So for his turn, he's very expensive Hierophant 5 dice a spell to kill off my general, and he killed himself with a miscast or overwhelming pulver or whatever it's called now. But his Hierophant is dead, and that's the good thing, because now he will have to start to crumble, and that's good. Well, he did kill my general, but it's a small price to pay to get rid of his caster and making his whole army starting to crumble. Well, he didn't lose too much, to be honest, in his turn. He lost some small fast cav units, but that's it. So my turn 4, Peg Knights charge the big bunker of archers. They are out of the arc of his wings and are as far as possible away from his Shaptis. The other knights unit are just pushing forward a bit, and the other small realm units managed to rally on the other flank, so I could potentially get 2 scoring units within his deployment zone and score the objective, which is very much appreciated. And yeah, you can see he doesn't have too many of those archers remaining. They are almost dead. So over to his turn 5. Yeah, he pushes his chariots and fast cab and so on to be able to shoot at my realm lands, hopefully panicking them off the board. It's his plans at least. Well, he did not, but what he didn't see was when I kill his archer, I have a good flank charge into his chariot, which I take with the peg knights, and hopefully my peg knights will be able to wipe that unit off the board. And I move the small units of Knights of the Realm into his deployment zone to score the objective on this flank. I also move up the BSB to be within leadership range of his of my peg knights if things go south. Well, on the other flank, I reform my knights like this, cause he tried to shove them up with his Sphinx, but I reform like this and move into his deployment zone anyway. So I couldn't quite kill off all the chariots. Have 1 wound remaining. Unfortunately, I kind of flopped with the knights a bit, but in the end he did kill a lot more than I did. But I scored secondary objective, so I got 3 points from that, and it turned out only a loss by 11-9, and that's pretty good considering how it looked early in the game. He really blamed himself afterward for 5-dicing that spell and blowing up his general and so on, but yeah, things happen sometimes, and yeah, sometimes it's good things happening to you as well. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any comments, post them below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible. Feel free to like and start subscribing if you haven't already. Have a nice one.